everyone. So Landscape with Invisible Hand is the new film written and directed by Cory Finley and has been adapted from M.T. Anderson's book of the same name. There are no two ways about it. This film is truly a weird movie. Weird isn't really, really weird, like off the rails weird, but that doesn't mean that it's a bad film. I actually have a lot to say about it. So let's get into what works and what doesn't in this strange and somewhat exceptional film. While you're here, be sure to subscribe for more videos and give me a thumbs up if you find this review helpful. Landscape with Invisible Hand feels sort of like Asteroid City meets Nope and Don't Look Up all stitched together in a really weird way that is just like 1 degree off from center, giving this overwhelming sense of weirdness. I haven't read M.T. Anderson's book, so I can't give any interpretations about the story as they relate to the adaptation, but I can tell you that the invasion of the aliens known as the VUV is a straight up metaphor for the corporatization and capitalization of human connections and human experiences. There are also elements of what I would coin as human replacement theory, which would essentially be the swapping out of human-made goods and products, things that have the imperfect flair of originality and human-generated creativity for the rote function over form usability of machine-made goods, which in this case would be, machine-made goods made by these crazy aliens.
With our technology, humans can enjoy a new era of prosperity.
It's not real food. They print it.
Do you want me to cut that for you?
So Landscape with Invisible Hand is an artistic political allegory that dissects the bland and branded corporatization of human life. It's like flipping the artistic bird to the man, with art playing a heavy part in the structure of the story, creating these little windows into the lives and experiences of the Campbells and the Marshes, the two human families that we follow in the film. The film does some really interesting things with race, wealth, and skilled talent that basically turns the entire class structure upside down to examine human resilience in the face of benevolent oppression. There are so many underlying socioeconomic cultural norms that are flipped on their head that it does really make you think about how we manage our own real world norms. Still, there is so much blank space in this film. I think it could have been like 20 minutes shorter and it would have had the same exact impact. Like content-wise, it would have had the same impact. But it was just so long. Trimming it up a bit would have, I think, made the story much more concise, connected, and energetic. The slow pacing, it's just too much. It's too long in the middle of the film, and it does pick up toward the end, but people may lose interest before they get to those really interesting bits which focus on the art. Note the name of the film, Landscape with Invisible Hand, which is phrased like the title of a piece of art. The art is where the heart of the film lives, from the title of the film to the visual messages conveyed in the artwork displayed. Art is the form of protest used to convey meaning about the human experience, and it amplifies the power of humanity's voice in the face of this occupation. We see Adam Campbell's life through his paintings, and when we see how the VUV edit his art, we see the real impact of a world that has surrendered to corporate overlords. If you like smart and quirky movies, this isn't just a thinker film. It's like cerebral Olympics. And some of the things that they do with the alien society are absolutely fascinating. And some of these big topics like toxic corporatism are outright daring and bold. However, the film is just weird and slow in way too many places, two things that are likely to kill it in the box office and in streaming. The aliens are just weird as well. They're like little fleshy square boxes with four kind of flexible legs that they use to talk and move. But I kind of love these weird little aliens. I mean, they are really aliens, very strange. And one thing that never really gets explained is how these aliens could invent technology, travel, or, conquer entire world when they can't even use a TV remote because of their lack of appendages. They can't clasp, they can't hold, they can't point. But the thing is, they are unique. I've never seen aliens like these before. And so for me, this is a definite win. Are these weird little creepy aliens that when you see them, just really uncomfortable. They're just disquieting to look at. And I think that's why the film actually makes sense, is they are so weirdly uncomfortable to look at. Also, they can only feel emotions through these neural devices that humans wear on their heads in order to tap into the human experience. And they pay really well for humans to wear these strange little devices while dating so that they can feel what love is like. Again, aliens want to feel human emotions, which also echoes how corporations have no feelings, but put these expensive campaigns in place for the appearance of being more humane. And the aliens, they actually pay pretty handsomely for the experience because it's the only thing they cannot replicate or do better than humans. What's really done well is establishing a world that has been peacefully invaded and has placed the invading force in control of everything, not by winning a war, but by winning the economics of the situation. There is wide disparity between the humans on the ground and the humans on the floating alien platforms. And you see how some of the most educated and powerful humans on Earth now have jobs like being a driver because aliens will pay gobs and gobs of money to employ these kinds of humans in menial roles because it makes them feel powerful. One of the things that accentuates the weirdness is the use of a retro sounding alien whistle in the music, which is kitschy and jarring. I think they were trying to create like an alien retro vibe, but it doesn't really work for me. Instead, it felt like music that was just shouting at me, "I'm weird, look at me," to the audience, which breaks that thin little thread between the film and the audience every time it happens. And that just makes it harder and harder to drop back into the story. If you haven't seen it yet, be sure to come back and drop me a comment. I really want to know what you think about this one because it is so very, very weird and different from the usual fare that hits theatrical releases. I mean, I really do want to talk to somebody about this film because when I was in the theater, I was literally the only person there. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, who else is seeing this film? So if you see it, please do drop a line and let me know what you thought of it. What did you like about it? What worked? Were some of these themes and concepts that they were testing out, some of these metaphors, did they work for you? What did you think? Also, while you're here, be sure to hit subscribe for more videos and give me a thumbs up if you like this review or if you found it useful or helpful, because this was a kind of a strange film. So would love to know what you thought of it. Thanks so much, everyone. I'll see you again later. Bye.